All right, guys. I don't know if you can tell that we have a little bit better. I mean, I hope it's better audio. I don't know what the video is looking like and everything, but we're using some different recording equipment this go around. Had a little bit of a technical difficulty. We were gearing up. We were right at that point where we're gearing up for. We're just gonna go ahead and gun this one, dude. And,
Let's do it. Just hammer it.
And then we're gonna get into day 2. So all right, guys. Give me a countdown on this one. Let me know how long this one takes down in the comments below. We'll down the hatch we go.
About 7.
Oh, man.
Roughly 7 seconds. It's not bad.
If we stopwatch that, we stopwatched the first party can on episode 1. Man, he hit it in 6.19 or 6.91. I can't remember which it was. It was, but I wonder how fast is the fastest you can pour beer out. Because I feel like that's where I'm at. But at any rate.
Well, you got to open up holes in it to do if you want to get into it like that. But anyways.
Day 2.
So day 2. So day 1, I'm feeling like I didn't do great, and that's good for me because I know I did bad, but I'm still right there. Race to 75, 25, 23 is even race. We're even. Mm-hmm. So, and I did bad, and I'm even. So I wanted to jump out quick, and we kind of did one of these things, kind of kept going like that. But then once I got warmed up and started feeling good, then I did the same thing I did end of that one set. I put like 4 or 5 on a row on him. Iced him a little bit. He made a mistake, and then I put a few more on him, and I made a really big. I ended up day 2 up 50-44.
So
I made up 8 games.
So at a certain point, I mean, do you remember what the biggest range of disparity was between the two of you?
I got into day 3. So day 2.
Did you ever pull ahead further, or was that 50 to 44?
That was late. Like I said, when we started, it kind of went like this, and we stayed pretty close.
Because you had a couple to make up anyway. So
I just kept getting to the point where I tied him, but then something weird would happen, and I just couldn't get above him. So he would win a couple games, and then he'd do something, and then I win a couple games, and then he'd do something. We just keep doing that, and then finally I got that break going, and I just made a ball.
And so at day 2, things are still rolling pretty professionally. There's no extracurricular.
Nope. Everything was during the whole match was very professional. Everything was great. It was a great match to watch and to be a part of. Mm-hmm. So day 2.
That brings us to day 3.
Yep. So day 2, I ended up 50-44 going into day 3. Feeling good. Feeling like things started working my way. I started day 2 out just like I started day 3 out like I ended day 2, and I ended up going up about 15 games on him.
Oh shit!
Yeah, I got up on him pretty good, and that point, that's the tough part about pool, man. You try to stay so good on your mental game, and I felt like I stayed just on top notch my mental game that whole time. But then once I got up 15, I was like, I'm gonna win. You can't win. It's hard not to think that. And I'm up 15 games. You cannot beat me that many games. It's not going to happen. So, leading into that, I make a couple un-Abe-like mistakes. And as he should, because he is a top-notch player, he really just punched me right in the ribs and hit me hard. And then I got a couple bad rolls, things that were unlucky. I had a ball skid on me, and it just made me. I had some really awful things happen to me.
Well, and it's funny how bad luck
happens at the worst time.
Always happens after an unforced error. You know what I mean?
It's exactly.
It's like
exactly what happened.
You have something uncommon happen, and all you want to do is get back to the table. God, I just got to get back to the table.
From there,
and the next time I get back to the table, and it can be anything from, man, they just get that extra quarter kick.
Oh, yeah.
Where they lock you up dead nuts on a ball or something. Just something crazy. It's like, God, all I want to do is get back to the table.
And nothing's easy at that point. When things are going not your way, you don't go up there and you have a straight in boom, 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 boom. You don't have that. You have a bank. You have a full table cut shot that you got to do all this and another. Shit's hard. At that point. And
because most likely he's going to leave the table on his own terms. He's going to punt.
Yeah.
If we're going to put this in football terms, he's leaving the field with a kick.
Yep.
Whether it's an extra point, a kickoff, or a punt.
Yep.
You know, on their
You're
terms.
100% right. I never thought about it like that,
Yeah.
but that is exactly right. And that's what happened. And he ended up I was up 15 going, and I only needed 15 more games at that point. He needed like 30 or whatever it was. It was not 30. It was, but whatever.
Mm-hmm.
He needed a lot, and I needed a lot.
Let us know where we're at this point right here. Comments below. Just give us a little nudge right there.
Feed into there.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
then he ended up, chipping, taking big chunks out of me, and he got to the point where he was only down 3 games. 3 games.
So at that point, the score,
So it was 69.
Oh, so we're coming around the end.
Oh yeah. Well, it might have been 70, 67.
Okay.
So I had a real tough time getting the 70 for some reason. And so once I got to 70, once I won 1 game, or he got up to 3, and then he might have broke dry. Then I made a good little late run push. I won like 3-something games in a row. And then I was like 73 to 67. So I got back up to 6.
So at this point, is there some cheering from the peanut gallery, or?
There's always been cheering, and the whole time it was more favored towards Bobby because more people knew Bobby, more people liked Bobby over me.
Well, and there might have been some side bets happening.
Oh, there might have been. There was side bets.
Some money involved, and
maybe a touch, maybe a little bit.
may or may not been. I mean, people trying to influence the outcome of the match, right? I mean, knowing historically what your temperament, like we discussed, is. I mean, hey. Fuck, I got money on it. Oh, there was the 4th one.
This is rated PG-13.
If I got money on that, it's like, well...
Especially when Junior made that push there late.
A little chirp or two.
Like, he got down 3 games, and at that point in the match, I got nervous. I was like, he's gonna come back and win this.
But let's talk about that for a second. So, I mean, like, legit... There's some stuff being said that you can hear while you're at the table.
So we don't like to call people out in here.
We're not doing
it.
We're not going to do it. We're not going to do it. But
if you follow me on Facebook, you know his name.
People will know. I mean, they can find out easy enough. But
anonymous
truth be told,
character, anonymous character, we're going to leave anonymous. He says this. What I hear is this.
Great clarification. I mean, let's allegeds, and let's use.
What
those,
can I say?
right.
Can I say?
Say it. Say it straight up how it was.
He says this.
So you're okay. Let me preface it. You're at the table, right? You're about to shoot,
right?
And you're left a sequence of balls.
So what happens?
And the score's roughly what?
Here's
The score's roughly what?
He breaks and gets cue ball. Maybe gets kicked in the pocket.
What's the score? What's the score? Where are we at?
We are at 71.
Okay.
So I need a few. This is a big turnaround.
You need 4 racks.
I need 4 racks, and he needs probably like 7 or 8. I think he needs like 8.
Mm-hmm.
So he ends up scratching on the break, which is huge. And he scratches and leaves me this incredibly just ugly out. Everything is just not in the right place.
Clusters.
I have no clusters, but everything I need to just do a lot of weird, very precise. And at that point, things aren't going my way.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not feeling confident with hitting exactly here, because if I don't hit there and I'm there, I'm screwed. So I look and I see this little questionable 1-9 ride, and I was like, it's probably a good idea that I take that because I have a better chance making that 1-9 ride than I do running out all of these 8 balls.
And a 1-9 ride is a win.
Win.
Yeah.
As long as you call it. We were playing 10-ball rules.
Yeah.
We were playing 10-ball rules. Okay. So 10-ball is more. It takes out the slop. You have to call your shot, call your pocket type of thing. You don't shit in a 3-ball. You miss a 3-ball, goes 4 rails, and it goes in. You're still shooting. No. That's
and a 1-9 ride is a 1-9 combo.
You call the 9. Yep. You call the 9 in the corner. Call pocket. Boom. So it was a little tough shot. Not hard. I ended up making it. So after I make it. This anonymous fella goes, this pussy can't run out. He says, this pussy cannot run out. So I hear that, and he says it loud, and I'm at the head of the table. He's literally sitting right here.
Like, can't run out the next 3 racks?
No, he just couldn't run out that rack.
Okay.
He was just mad that...
Oh, because you did the combo.
Yeah, I did the combo.
Because you
rode
like, the 9.
This pussy can't run out. Okay, so I sit there, and I just look at him, and I just stare him down because he's like... and then he looks at me and he goes, oh. he just was a pussy. Not even going to sugarcoat it.
Did he realize that he said it, or was he saying it like with intent?
Oh yeah, 100. He said it so loud. I mean, Susie from so I'm right here. He's here. Susie's way over here. She heard it. So after he said that, then he got into some ignorant stuff where he said, oh, he's a what? Hold on. Oh God.
Well, so it wasn't an accident.
No, it was fully.
I mean, let's give the guy the benefit of the doubt one time, but it continued.
And then he said he's just this asshole. Can't. I don't know. I don't remember what he said. At that point, I was just focusing on pool, and I didn't hear that. Somebody told me he said that. Multiple people told me he said that. It wasn't just one person, because if it was just one person...
At that point, hearsay.
But three people told me verbatim what he said, and they all matched. Well, but so you have to believe it. But I didn't hear that. So
but at this point, you're locked in.
Whatever, he said that, and I just looked at him until he saw me, and I was like... Okay, cool. It's not good for you. Now you just pissed me off. Mm-hmm. So then I go up there and I put about 2 more in a row on him, and I get on the hill. So I'm on 74. I need 1 game, and he's at 66, 69. He needs a few. Mm-hmm. And, of course, I break dry. Don't make a ball. He runs out. He breaks and runs. He might break and run another one or whatever it is. So I'm just sitting here like, are you shitting
And you're at where right now?
I'm at 74.
You're at 74.
I need 1 game to win.
Rack. You need one
rack. So I'm just sitting here like, this dude is not going to sit here and run out the set, right? And so he puts a couple on me, gets me a little sweaty, and then he misses a ball. He did not miss much the third day. He missed a couple early, but he missed the ball bad. And it turned out to where it rolled out just enough to where I can see it, and it wasn't easy. But the first shot was the crucial shot. If I hit that first shot, it was a combo into the side. If I hit it too much on this side of the ball, rolls into the rail, I don't have a shot. Mm-hmm. If I hit it too much on this side of the ball, it rolls into the rail, I don't have a shot. So I had to hit that ball dead perfect. Hit it dead perfect. And I told myself that as I was stroking it, or as I was looking at it, I was like, I got to hit this ball dead perfect to win the match. If I hit it dead perfect, I win the match. If I don't, I lose the match. I told myself that. And so that makes you, okay.
And when that ball drops,
it goes center pocket. The other sits right in the pocket. It's literally just boom, 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 boom. Game over. Pay the money.
And you're $5,000 richer right there. Cold hard.
Yep.
In cash.
In whole cash.
Right on the table. And it's $5,000.
Yep.
Man, that's
good. And also not even just the cash. It was to beat the hero.
Yeah, and I mean, and again, none of this is to take anything away from Bobby.
Absolutely.
There was some stuff. I mean, from everything that I saw, Bobby Bobby brought his game, and Bobby's such a good dude. Mm-hmm. I like him a lot, man. I know him. I mean, like I said, I know him. I know his mom. I know his dad. Hell, I know his kids. Man, that family's Are we?
I need 1 more,
guys. We are. Is there 1 more? Guys, we're out of time. We are out of time. Well, we might not be out of time, but we're definitely out of beer.
Yeah, that's 12.
That's 12.
Well, you had to chug 2 of them, so
I had to take down a couple. But at any rate, no, man. To close things up, I mean, hell, I'll go ahead and just.
That's a true beer right there.
Usually we like to give a little toast there at the end, but man,
sorry, I had 1 more beer. I knew I had 1 more beer.
Hey, you know what? This is like I said earlier. The rules are loosely bound here. There's some things that I like to keep buttoned up, but no, man, we got through 12 beers. We got through the contest. We got through the 75 racks against Bobby McGrath, man. You did it. You're up and coming. You're a monster. I mean, I can't. What's next? What are you training for right now? I mean, what is the next thing that you have in your crosshairs?
To be the point where nobody non-pro can beat me.
All right. So do you have a next competition lined up? Do we have anything that
the thing is the transition from like amateur to pro is way it's not close. And I have a family, I have a job, and I'm not the type to take the risk to stop playing my job, and nor do I have the desire to. I like playing video games. I'll play Call of Duty before I play pool, go practice pool. So the difference between the pros and me is the pros put the time in because that's what makes them their.
Yeah, we talked about some of that earlier. That was part of what got me out. I got the collar put on me, and I didn't have the time put in on the table. Yeah. And it's there's nothing worse than being able to see you're out and not being able to execute.
Yeah. Pool's my second job, so I have to put time into it.
Yeah.
Pool is not. SEFQ is where I work, and that's just not as a full-time job. That just ain't it, But that's what I have, and my second job is pool. Yeah. So I have to make sure, And before I play an event that's big that has a good cash prize, I put my time in. I go and practice hard for it.
Is there something we could do here
to practice?
No, an event, man.
An event.
Is there? It's cozy. It's cozy.
It's nice.
I think we could. The tables play nice. I do think so. We don't have diamonds here, but I could get a diamond brought in though. I could get a diamond brought in, but it's something we can talk about off camera. Yeah. But dude, I'm telling you what, man. This has been a great show. I never know where the things are gonna go, man. I have a couple things that we're gonna hit on. Try to carry us through some dead air. We didn't even get to those. Every time, man, there's some things that I want to talk about we never even get to. We got to the end of the beers before we meant to. All right, take a look at that camera right there. You got some folks take care of you. You got anybody you want to give a shout out to? Let us know what you're up to. Tell us what we can expect and where we can find you.
Shout out to Susie Moore. She's my fiance. She's great. She does a great job with me with the pool. It's hard for girls to let somebody take over their life on something else. Like they want you to be there and provide. And she understands that pool provides for me, and pool takes me away from the family, which I don't enjoy. But I have to do it. Mm-hmm. Just like anybody else. You gotta work. That's work. That's work for me. Obviously my dad, that's number one. He created me in pool. But
sponsorships.
Okay, sponsorship. I'm a player rep for Predator. Not sponsored, but player rep they gave me. Dan Brummett, owner of DB's on Camp Street. He really invested a lot into me, to be honest. He really believed in me and believed in my game and knew what I was capable of, and he full-heartedly supported me 100%. And big shout out to him. DB's on Camp Street. Go there and have a beer. He's the best guy you'll ever meet. If you haven't met him yourself, go up there and just have a beer. He'll probably even buy you a beer. If he doesn't know you, say, here, this one's on me, man. Nice to meet you. What's your name? Everybody that walks in this bar, he is the coolest guy I've probably ever met.
I think the way that I introduced myself to him was I offered him some gummies. Right off.
And that probably worked pretty well.
He looked right at me and was like, do I know you?
Sure. No, yeah, I'm glad you know him, but he's cool, man. Pool God's Clothing,
You've got it, man. You've got it all.
I don't have it on me right now, but they.
Dude, I've got my official sponsor of Bowfoot Industries.
Yeah, PGC. They're coming up. They do clothing and hats and stuff like that, and they're a good company. Their clothes are amazing, and I like them a lot. Don Catherall, Amy Catherall, his wife, they do a good business. They kind of like slowed down during this quarantine thing, because during the quarantine there's no pool, and that pool was their business. They're a pool clothing company. So now that pool shut down, it's like so they can't, But they told me specifically, like, once we get back going, we got new ideas, new inventive ideas, and we're gonna rock it. So PGC, Pool Gods Clothing. They still got the website up. Go look at them. They'll.
Awesome, man.
Yeah.
You got a lot of support behind you.
Yeah.
Dude, that's cool, man. I'm proud of you. I can't wait to see what's more. Any competitions coming up?
One more thing, Heartland Marketing.
Sure.
Heartland Marketing. Josh Damon, his company, he supports me too. I got a lot of support from him. He supports me a lot too. So.
Man, you talk about corn fed. That guy used to be corn fed. He dropped like 90 pounds. What happened? Like he looks great.
I don't know.
It's awesome.
I don't know what people
It's
do
awesome.
in their off time.
It's awesome. No, man. I recently connected with him, man. It's a big shout out to him, dude. He's another one, man. That he can be a ton on the pool table.
Yeah, great player.
Yeah. No, man. This closes up, dude. I tell you what, man. It's like. So I've talked the last week about this, or not the last week, but shit, this came together quickly. Yesterday we were talking about it. So I was talking about it earlier today. This next guest that I had, I was like, man, this one's uncharted territory for me because you were probably the one that I had the least interpersonal relationships coming into this.
Right.
Would say that we were friendly, not necessarily friends.
Oh.
We just hadn't hang out. Our circles overlapped a little bit.
Well, there's nothing wrong with that.
No. And I'm not saying that there was anything other than we just got to get to know each other today, dude. And I'll tell you what, man. I'll call you a friend.
Yeah, absolutely. This
Great
is a great
times, man. Great
time.
times. Would you do it again? Would you come back?
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Would you?
No doubt.
You suggest other people to do it?
Yeah, of course. This is a great place. He's got an amazing spot here. I mean, this is the morgue. I mean, it's the morgue.
I mean, the only difference is you get to walk out of this one. It's we only do 6 beers.
Only do 6.
We only do 6. So
I still have. Well, some of us did 7.
You can walk out.
One of us did 5.
Who's counting? Who's counting? Do an official count and give
GTS.
us give it all below. But no, I mean, I'll be looking to do some more pool spots on this. It's something near and dear, obviously. I mean, I love it, and we're still rolling through some beta testing on all this. I mean, I don't mind saying that on camera. We're trying to find our place, and again, guys, the whole purpose of this is to create a distraction, to create a place where you find some guys who are just be real, and we forget about all the stuff that's going on in our life. I hope you guys get some laughs out of this. I hope you feel like you're part of the show. Any suggestions? Any comments? Give us some praise. Give us some criticism. Let us know what we can do better. One of your suggestions is part of the reason that we have the audio here. We've used a little different camera. I'm not just filming this off my cell phone anymore.
I mean, that's great.
Yeah, we got the light. And there's more to come. One of the things that I talked about earlier, as people are trying to give me pointers on this, is and I am. I'm such an amateur at this, but when you go into the gym for the first time, or even the pool table. Let's talk about the pool table. When you go to the pool table for the first time, if you don't know how to create a bridge, right?
Mm-hmm. The foundation of it.
And if you don't have a sturdy bridge. Mm-hmm. It does not matter what kind of cue you carry. It does not matter what kind of case you carry. It does not matter what kind of chalk you use.
Foundation.
It doesn't matter what kind of balls you're hitting. And it doesn't matter what time of table you're playing on. If you don't have that bridge first, the rest of it doesn't matter. Right. And that's where we're at. We're working on the content of the show. We're working on the layout. We want consistency. We're working on the quality of this right now. And the rest of it, your voice will be heard. Let us hear it.
If you want some lessons, let me know. I'm cheap.
Where can we find you?
Abe Schaad, or Abrin Schaad on Facebook. That's about it. I'm not on all the socials, but Abrin Schaad on Facebook. Just message me. I mean, I'm super cheap. Real cheap, and I will give you good lessons. I will focus on fundamentals. You will be fundamentally sound for $40. And fundamentals is the foundation of everything. So you start, you build, you get that right fundamentals, and your game will progress. You cannot go down if your fundamentals are good.
So $40 until I've got all the fundamentals.
I do $20 an hour.
Okay.
$20 an hour, and the first hour I'm gonna pound you with what you need to do, how you need to be set up, where your arm needs to be, what your bridge needs to be, and then I just asked for 2 hours. 2 hours is all I ask for. Lock in 2 hours, and the first hour is going to be full fundamentals until you can't stand it anymore, and then the next hour is going to be whatever you want.
It's awesome, man.
Or you can ask for 5 hours and $20 an hour.
So whenever I first started shooting, man, like my first 3 years, dude, were spent in the bars, and I did it just as a social activity. Drink beers, smashing beers. and I didn't really give a shit. And I stayed a 3 for skill level 3 for the longest time. And it wasn't until I really decided to get serious, somebody noticed that whenever I would get down, I had a sturdy bridge, but my cradle, the way that I held the butt, I put
weird.
I put like a corkscrew onto it, almost like, you know, those.
See, that shit would get knocked out.
Yeah.
The first 5 minutes.
It's like those
5 minutes would be gone.
girls in the pornos doing the.
Nope. We ain't doing none of that.
we're not stroking them that way, bud.
Yeah, we're not doing none of that.
All right, bro. Great time, man. Let's do it again. Let's do it again sometime, man. Next time you get the big win, let me get the exclusive, right?
Right. Cool.
All right. Hey, Abe. Pleasure, man.
Yeah. Good times. Absolutely.
Guys, that's a wrap.
Smash 'em.
We'll see it. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I forgot it. Go ahead. Smash the weekend.